All right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh by Hashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. All right, Yahweh is who the world calls God. Yahweh Shai is who the world calls Jesus Christ. All right, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians are the true Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible. All right. And the southern kingdom is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. The so-called blacks, Jamaicans, and Haitians. The northern kingdom, all right, which are you so-called Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, and Native American Indians, all right, and Cubans. You are the northern kingdom, all right, and it's a lot of misconception today on the Lord, all right, because Christians think that the Most High dwells in temples, all right, and he doesn't, all right. So let's get Acts chapter 7. This is Acts chapter 7, all right, and let's start at verse 46. All right. Who found favor before the power and desired to find a tabernacle for the power of Jacob. But Solomon built him an house, howbeit the Most High dwelling not in temples made with hands, as saith the prophet, heaven is my throne, and earth is my footstool. What house will ye build me, saith the Lord, or what is the place of my rest? Had not my hand made all these things? Ye stiff-necked and uncircumcised in heart and ears, ye do always resist the Holy Ghost, as your fathers did, so do ye. All right? So he's talking to Israel, all right? He's talking to Israel, all right? Because what do we have today? Israelites in these harlot houses, all right? All in these church houses, all right? And he just told you that he's not in there. And it says what? We're going to read it in verse 47. But Solomon built him a house. Verse 48. Howbeit the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands, as saith the prophet. All right. And we know that, all right, which we're going to get into in Kings, all right, and Second Chronicles, where it talks about, all right, Solomon building the house of the Lord, all right. It's not going into a church. That's not what it's talking about. It's talking about the house of David, all right, the house of the Lord, all right. When it says you shall build a house to his name, all right, that's going into, all right, the house of David, that David is going to be over, all right, and ruling, all right, and underneath that you have what? the 1/3, the small remnant, the royal house of David. Not these damn churches, these harlot houses where they making money, they getting tithes, which tithes is dead. It's been done away with. They still doing it. They know that it's done away with and they still do it. All right. And that just shows how wicked they are. And they know that they're lying to the people and not telling our people that the Israelites and the Lord, he's not in there. All right. And Jesus is not his name. All right. They're lying to you. All right. And they're not telling you the truth. All right. He don't dwell in, he's not in there. He's not in these church houses. He's not in these temples. He's not dealing with that because all of that is carnal, is vanity. It's all vain. He don't deal with that. All right. He's in here. All right. In our hearts, in our mind. All right. Not in these harlot houses where they pimping you and lying to you, stealing your money, feeding you bullshit, all right, telling you preaching lies, all right, switching the scriptures and teaching Christianity, which is false, all right. It's all lies, all right. It's a false doctrine, and they did that and been doing that to keep us oppressed, to keep our people asleep, and so we will never know and wake up to who we are in the true names of our power, all right, in his image, all right, which he's a black man, dark-skinned man, which they don't tell you, all right, because they hate him, all right, and they hate you, and they set up these coons, all right, these niggas, all right, these preachers, and they get paid off by the government to keep selling our people a bunch of lies and false doctrine to keep us asleep. But now that the real truth is out, all of that is being shut down, is being destroyed and obliterated, and now it's exposed. All right? He's nowhere in there. All right? He just told you that he's not in there. All right? So all of you that's in there, you screaming, hollering, and shouting to Jesus and all this, it's a strong delusion. He ain't in there. All right? And that's not his name. All right? They changed the names so we wouldn't know who we are and we wouldn't know the real names of our power, because as long as we never knew and as long as they can continue to trick us, all right, before we even knew the truth, all right, they can stay in power while we're asleep and we're ignorant and not knowing who we are, not knowing the names, and continue worshiping their idols and their false God, all right? Their perception, their false perception, all right, of who he is, which that's not the case, all right? And that's what they're not telling you. So all you Christians, all right, you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, all right, blacks, African Americans, whatever you want to call it, all right, Mexicans, Native American, Indians, that's in these churches, all right, you're being lied to, all right? No, his name isn't Jesus. No, he's not a so-called white man. No, he don't dwell in there. No, he's not in there. He's never been in there, all right? Yes, does it sound very arrogant? Of course it does to you, because you've been indoctrinated and brainwashed to thinking that that's what his name is, that's the true image, and the Christianity is the real truth, when it's all lies, it's a false doctrine, all right? And you've been lied to, and you've been getting your money took from you, and they're not telling you this, They don't want to tell you because if they tell you and they get exposed, all right, then they're going to lose money and all the lies are going to be exposed and there's nothing they can do about it. All right. This is 1 Kings, all right, chapter 8. Okay. And we're going to jump down. All right. It's 1 Kings chapter 8. And let's jump down. All right. Where is it? All right. Let's jump down to verse 13. I have surely built thee a house to dwell in, a settled place for thee to abide in forever. Now, wait a minute.